Hello, and welcome to this CAMS orientation for new DHCD grantees. The Virginia Department of Housing and Community Development, DHCD, is committed to creating safe, affordable, and prosperous communities to live, work, and do business in Virginia. DHCD owns and operates the Centralized Application and Management System, CAMS. DHCD administers programs using CAMS to release applications, collaborate with grantee organizations, and manage projects. Congratulations on your grant award. Today we'll be reviewing CAMS and showing you what it looks like in the CAMS user portal. We'll be reviewing best practices, showing you how to update your organization profile, manage your staff list and project roles, upload audits and other organizational documents, and how to manage your grant project, including the project information, your budget, remittances or drawdown requests, and reports and documents. Some best practices to keep in mind are that, first and foremost, you can access CAMS through the DHCD website. Google Chrome is a recommended browser for CAMS, and CAMS is designed for use by organizations, not individuals. Please keep in mind that it is best practice to keep your organization profile and staff list up to date, even if your organization doesn't have any active projects. Let's check it out. First, you'll go to dhcd.virginia.gov, and you'll click the Access CAMS button at the top. Use your email address and password to log in. If you forgot your password, just click Forgot Password. Once you're in, this is what you'll see.
Once you're awarded a project and you're logged into CAMS, you're going to probably want to do some updates to your organization page. Only users with Profile Manager, Organization Head, primary roles can make changes to the Manage Organization page. To do so, click Manage in the navigation bar at the top of the page. Then select Organization from the drop-down menu. From there, you can edit organization as needed. Click Save once you're done. Now we'll talk about staff. Only users with the Profile Manager Organization Head primary role can edit the Manage Staff page. Therefore, the Profile Manager or Organization Head must keep the staff list up to date by adding or removing staff members and revising staff information and primary roles when needed. The Profile Manager and Organization Head must assign a primary role when adding new users to the organization's staff list and giving them access to CAMS. The primary role determines the user's access to all organization and project pages. To access the staff page, click Manage in the navigation bar at the top of the page, then select Staff from the drop-down menu. At minimum, each organization should have 2 users assigned as profile managers or 1 profile manager and 1 organization head. To add new staff, click or complete the required fields at the top, then click Add. Newly added users receive an email indicating their new password and the person who granted their access. To edit existing staff, you will click Edit to update the staff member's information or primary role. The fields at the top of the page populate with the staff member's information. Edit the fields that require revision, then click Update. Staff that are no longer working with the organization must be removed from the organization's staff list in CAMS. Since the Profile Manager and Organization Head are the only users authorized to make changes to the organization information and staff list, it is especially important that these roles are assigned to an active CAMS user who is a current member of the organization. Email the CAMS help desk at camshelp@dhcd.virginia.gov if your organization no longer has access to CAMS due to your Profile Manager or Organization Head leaving the organization without reassigning those primary roles. To remove, click Remove next to the staff member you wish to remove from the organization. Click OK in the pop-up window to confirm removal of the staff member. The user's primary role determines their access to any of the remaining projects associated with the organization's profile. So let's talk project roles. Click Manage in the navigation bar at the top of the page. Then select Project Roles from the drop-down menu. Select a project from the drop-down menu to view or update project roles. To assign a new project role, select the name of the user for whom you wish to assign the role from the Name drop-down menu. Then select the project role you wish to assign to the user from the Project Role drop-down menu. Click Add. If you'd like to delete, Click Delete next to the user whose project role you wish to delete or edit. Add the user again with the updated project role as if you were assigning a new project role, just as we discussed in the previous section. Every user is assigned a primary role when they are added to the organization's staff list. Primary roles determine the user's access to the organization pages and project tabs in CAMS. Project roles are optional. They provide or restrict access to the project tabs of a specific project. For full access, it is best to have the organization head or profile manager role in CAMS. For more details on access, visit the CAMS user guide, which you can locate in the top navigation panel here. Now let's talk about audits. Only users with the profile manager or organization head or financial analyst primary roles can edit the Manage Audits page. Click Manage in the navigation bar at the top of the page, then select Audits from the drop-down menu. From there, you will choose File to browse for your audit or financial statement, enter the audit reporting period below, and indicate whether or not the audit was uploaded to the Federal Audit Clearinghouse. Then click Save. A link to the DHCD audit policy is found at the top of the page here. Acceptable file types for your audit include Microsoft Word, Excel, PDF, and zip only. PowerPoint, TXT, JPEG, and PNG files are invalid and will result in an error message. Most organizations that receive funding from or have projects in progress with DHCD must have a current audit or financial statement in CAMS to satisfy organizational compliance and submit remittance requests. Now let's talk about organizational documents. Click Manage in the navigation bar at the top of the page, then select Documents from the drop-down menu. Enter a title for the file in your document title field, then choose File to browse for the document you wish to upload. Then click Save. Document examples for organizational documents include W-9s and organizations' procurement policies. Be sure not to save any project-specific documents to this page. Now we'll talk about specific projects. Click Projects and Reports in the navigation bar at the top of the page. You will also see below a reporting schedule with projects showing in red, which means they're overdue. Click Detail to access the project management page for that project. In the Project Details section, you will see the 4 tabs of your project above: Project Information, Budget, Remittances, Reports, and Documents. From here, you'll be able to edit most of the components of your project. At some point, you may need to submit a budget revision if the scope of your project has changed. To request a budget revision, click the Budget tab. Click Add a Budget line item under a specific category. So click the drop-down menu and select a category from the drop-down menu. Enter the amount requested from DHCD for that line item in the DHCD request field. Enter the amount of non-DHCD funding in the other funding field, if applicable. You can also edit funding amounts. Click the plus icon beside the cost activity category that requires the revision and edit the funding amount. Make sure the total request field equals the total of the DHCD request column. Then click Save. Then you will click Request Budget Revision. The budget status changes to pending once the revision has been submitted. The budget revision request cannot be deleted by the grantee at this point, but DHCD can deny the request upon reviewing it. The budget status will change to approved after DHCD has received, reviewed, and approved the budget revision. The revised budget appears if the budget revision request has been accepted, and the most recently approved budget will appear when you select the Budget tab. You will not be able to submit a remittance request until a revision to the budget has been approved by DHCD. Upon the execution of an MOU, you will be able to submit a remittance request for part or all of your DHCD funding. To do so, click the Remittance tab. Then click Enter New Remittance to prepare a remittance for submission. the plus icon beside the cost activity category that contains the line item for which you are requesting funds. Enter the amount requested from DHCD and enter the amount of other funding expended for each line item since the last remittance. Click Choose File to attach supporting documentation. Enter any comments for DHCD program staff, then click Save, and then finally submit remittance request. All remittances must have supporting documentation attached to be approved. SOC reports. Click the Reports and Documents tab, then click the report that you wish to begin. Complete the report fields as needed. Click Save, then Submit when the report is ready for DHCD to review. In some instances, you might need to upload a report or a document that is not already prepared in the Reports and Documents tab. To do so, click Reports, Projects and Reports in the navigation bar at the top of the page, then Detail, then choose the appropriate program-specific report or document template that you wish to upload. Click Add. Click Edit to change the name of the report document using a specified format if instructed. Complete report fields or attach a document, then click Save, and then click Submit.
This concludes our demonstration. If you need more assistance, we recommend consulting the CAMS user guide or reaching out to your assigned program administrator. If you still run into some issues, reach out to the CAMS help desk at camshelp.dhcd or at dhcd.virginia.gov. Thank you.